Okay, so here we go. Insidious Gaming to the south as the blue side, their opponent City Ducks as the yellow side to the north.
Yeah, and very disparate tank pits from both sides. Insidious Gaming once again going with that pair of Borsigs and then evening it out with a pair of T-32s and then AMX-13, whereas Silly Ducks, again, I mean, this is really unexpected by them. They're going with the lineup actually that Insidious Gaming went with on Prokhorov against
UAD, yeah. So this is going to be very interesting. Now, time and time again, especially since the beginning of this new season, we've seen the heavier setup win on Prokhorovka. So, well, if we, according to statistics, Insidious should have the edge in terms of firepower, but I don't know. You know, City Ducks must have an idea somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, you know, going with that specific lineup, definitely they have to have a plan going into the set. I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe just kind of scour all over the map and just try and dodge those shells coming out from those Borsig tanks. Or
they're gonna try to hunt those Borsigs, but you know, as long as those T-32s are there to protect those tank destroyers, I really don't see what they can accomplish with such a light setup.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you there. And taking a look now at the Silly Ducks side,
they're all retreating.
Yeah. The second they saw those T-32s there,
they're like, okay, just let's run.
Yeah, there's no way they can afford to go on a head-on engagement.
Well, exactly. They gotta hit and run, hit and run, hit and run. It's their only option here.
Yeah.
And play for time.
First of all, you know, in Insidious Gaming, they have two T-32s. Not only that, they have two Borsigs. One of those shots on any of those AMX-13s, that tank's gonna be down to critical damage.
I think they're really banking on trapping bubbles, and it's 1390, and then run, and
quite
keep on
possibly.
running. Yeah, if they can manage to just take out bubbles, it would give them the tier point advantage that they need, and then all they got to do is just keep on running. I
mean, bubbles, he's covered by
and look at that,
elite
Modi
and
already half of his life gone.
Wow. Yeah, I think that was like one shot. Yeah, so a lot
Possibly
of movement.
from Borsic. Yeah, we didn't see that shot on screen, but oh boy.
A lot of movement coming up.
It's their only option. If they stand their ground, they're gonna get obliterated.
Yeah.
So this is total annihilation. So they really have to keep moving. It's their only option out there.
They're actually progressing. They have crossed the railway, and they're progressing towards the center of that part, kind of where it meets the center dividing line of the map.
Yeah, indeed. They're just gonna squat the village pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, the train station with a couple buildings, they're up virtually all destroyable, but still providing a spot more cover than out there in the field. So, and meanwhile, I don't think, you know what, ISG could not be less concerned by that. They're just slowly but surely just creeping up, and they just have to watch out for their own southern base.
Quite honestly, if Insidious Gaming just go with that bullying strategy, they should have no problem winning this set, because, I mean, the two Pershings are the only, I guess fairly tanky tanks out there.
Yeah, but they have no chance against those T-32s.
And the Borsigs. I mean, even two shots from
the Borsigs have to be well protected. I mean,
yeah.
that's the key for them. But as long as they stick together as they are right now, they shouldn't have any problem whatsoever. Now they just have to watch out for their southern base, though.
Yeah, I mean, as long as these two Borsig tanks stay behind those two T-32s, they should be completely fine. And that's exactly how they're moving around here.
And look at that, Bubbles is not taking any chances whatsoever. He's just hiding behind the rock. Pretty much, he's not even scouting. I think he's just like keeping really safe. And if there is like a sneaky capture going down south, he can still roll out with his speed and just take care of it.
Yeah.
I think that's the plan when it comes to IG.
Oh, needs to hear. Oh, getting taken out by Lord Ketchup. Yeah, but they do trade.
Yeah, indeed. Lord Ketchup getting taken down by the T-32.
Ashka Musketeer finishing that job. And yeah, just very, a lot of, I guess, cautious play coming up from both teams right now. This is the 5th and final set. Whoever wins this is progressing to the finals. I mean, a lot is on the line at this point, and especially with Silly Ducks' lineup, they cannot afford to engage in Insidious Gaming.
Yeah, and that's why I was gonna say that next. Insidious have to win this right now.
Yeah,
actually, because if we replay this, chances are Silly Ducks are probably gonna revamp their tanks.
I mean, possibly, definitely.
Because right now I think they're realizing, okay, you know, movement and speed is nice, but we can't even hit those guys right now.
Yeah.
So if I were Insidious, I would go for it.
Yeah, and I mean, just the type of tank difference on these teams, it's enough of an advantage for Insidious Gaming to just, you know, go out there and force an engagement head on with Silly Ducks Revolution, because no matter how fast those AMX-13s are, you know, those Pershings are dead meat as long as those T-32s move out first, cover the Borsig and the Borsig, and then the AMX-13 kind of being on either side of the push. They should be completely fine, but they are, I mean, they're slowly doing this, but I think they can afford to do this a little bit faster.
Okay, now Bubbles is moving out. Bubbles is moving out. He's doing a bit of scouting. Now he really has to be careful. Like, if Bubbles gets trapped, then really it's going to give Silly Ducks the edge. So he really has to watch out.
Ash Gubs is here. Oh, taking a big shot.
Yeah, huge shot. That was probably from T-32. Now,
yeah, elite, I think.
Bubbles really have to be careful though. If he goes down, then really it's just gonna it's gonna turn the tide in favor of Silly Ducks. But as long as he stays alive, it should be fine.
Yeah.
Now Insidious have to move out. We're down to 4 minutes pretty much. They have to move out. They have to attempt to capture. I don't think it's a good idea for them to allow replay here.
Yeah.
Because then I just like I give you my left hand or my left arm, should I say, that that if we end up in a draw and replay this, then Silly Ducks are probably just gonna pick some other tanks.
I mean, that's definitely a possibility here. I mean, with this current
they're realizing that they're just getting shot right now. So I think Insidious should really try to go for it right now.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Insidious Gaming's lineup right now, they just have the advantage in terms of tank types and hit points and armor and firepower even.
Excellent scouting job by Bubbles. Now he spotted he spotted both Pershings and an extra 1390. So he as long as he hugs that railroad, he should be safe enough because he's got plenty of cover fire from both T-32s and those Borsix as well. But if I were ISG, I'd send at least a T1 to capture the base.
Yeah, maybe.
The northern base, they have to move out right now. Right now the T1 is way down to the south, but if I were ISG, I'd try to go for that capture.
Yeah, and then
leave Bubbles. And leave Bubbles alongside the railroad, because right now with those T-32s and those Borsigs, like smack in the middle of the map, they can cover that southern base and they can go for the capture as well. They should go for it. Right now we're down to less than 3 minutes now, and yeah, okay, they're moving out.
Yeah,
they're moving out. They're going for it.
The T-32s leading the troops here. The Borsigs following right behind. They have spotted Bane. And they have, I think they spotted one more a little bit earlier on, so they know at least generally that the Silly Ducks are going to be here too, at least on the eastern side of the railway area. And Bubbles here moving up to the northern part, just making sure that none of the Silly Ducks members are up there, just in case, you know, if they go for the push, that angle won't be available for the Silly Ducks.
And those Borsigs are moving out as well. So okay, this is crunch time. This is really crunch time.
2 minutes remaining.
Exactly, so they gotta go for it. They still have time for a successful capture, but they gotta do this very well. They gotta be very careful. If those Borsigs are left vulnerable, it's probably, you know what, like at this point, with 2 minutes left on the clock, the first carry that goes down is probably gonna give out the game. So obviously both teams being very careful here. Yeah, you got 4 LT on the hilltop here, just but he's not gonna get any shots because everybody's hugging is hugging the railroad on the ISG side.
Yeah,
and those Borsigs are probably just they're gonna go for it.
Oh, Bubbles taking a shot here.
Yeah, Bubbles taking a shot. Okay, a minute 30. This is okay. The Bors. This is so risky.
Bane actually trying to move in here, trying to make something happen.
And a huge shot going down to Elite here. Yeah, he took about 300 damage.
They have to be careful not to continue taking damage. They landed 2 early shots onto Silly Ducks, so they have a little bit of leeway. But Chai, or actually it's not Chai, it's it might be actually one of those Elite taking about 2 shots.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go for replay, man.
About a minute here.
Yeah, we're down to the last minute, and okay, just Bubbles.
Oh, they're gonna finish off.
Oh, the Borsigs are on top of the railroad now.
Yep. They don't have any vision on the Silly Ducks now. Okay, now the T4 being spotted here. A big shot. That guy's lining up. Another big shot.
A huge shot.
Can he land?
One more's gonna do it. One more's gonna do it. Oh, he does. He gets it.
Nikolai with the finishing blow there. That Borsig unleashing that firepower.
And that's gonna force like the Silly Ducks to actually rush this with like 30 seconds left on the clock. Can Elite survive? Elite is down to 800, and but I gotta give this to ISG now. That was a perfect timing.
Yeah, these 2 Borsig tanks, the just right amount of damage to finish off T4 there in that Pershing, and now
look at this,
they're
all coming out, like they're all gonna focus down on Elites. Can they do it?
I don't think so.
Oh, they just might. They just might. Look at that.
5
Elite down
seconds.
to Elite down to 74.
Oh no, they
He goes
do it. They
down.
actually managed to type. Oh no, there he goes. Tamodi following right after. So in the nick of